Hello class and welcome to week 3. This week module 10, alterations of hematological function, will be covered. This week you will move through all the screens in the module. Because this can be done at your leisure throughout the week, be sure to note the due dates on the calendar in bright space, and note there will be a 10% per day reduction if submitted late. So this means if the discussion questions are due on Wednesday, then you should post your initial reply by Wednesday and then your peer postings by Sunday. The pretest you have 3 days to complete and then they're closed and you don't have an attempt after that. And then the exam is also open from Friday to Monday, and anytime after that, unless it was pre-authorized, you can't get back into those. Be sure to review your exams once you submit them, and that's the only opportunity that you will have to review them is after you submit them. I'm still trying to work with Evolve on rectifying that. Activity and participation in the completion of the module is when you submit proof of completion to the Dropbox. So be sure to, when you get to the very end of the modules and you've completed it all and you feel pretty good about it, go ahead and screenshot it. You can copy paste that screen into a Word document and then attach it to the or upload it to the Dropbox. That would also be fine. Remember, there are no bad questions, so there is a question for instructor forum in the module for everybody to see. Or if you have a question or a comment or something that you need to share with me privately, send it by email, and that will remain between us. All grade related questions should come through email, just to keep it private. If there's a commonly asked question that I start getting via email, I will send it in an announcement to the class, because this seems to be a common thread. So, everybody has that question, so I'll just try to answer it. The activities in Evolve, they can be done in order or after reviewing a certain section or a chapter reading as you proceed through the module. In addition, there's an audio lecture that will be available after midnight tonight, so that should open up. The initial posting to the discussion questions, as always, is due on Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's one peer posting due by Sunday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. When you reply to the peers, be sure that it contains about 50 to 100 words, that it's content focused, that there's some, what do I call, meat and potatoes to it that brings the discussion forward. Pretty soon you'll be able to relate some of your patient-related issues and observations into the content that we're discussing. So this week we are talking about blood and hematological disorders. So if you have any family history, if you have any patients, maybe you work healthcare now, if you have anything interesting that would you'd like to share in addition to answering the questions, that would be great. But peer posting needs to be more than just restating what the peer has said and agreeing with them, or we need to build a dialogue to understand the concepts. Feel free to post early and often. Remember, one is just the minimum post. The more you post, the more you get feedback, and it creates a dialogue. Please complete the module activities and Evolve by Friday of each week. This is just a suggestion, but it allows you to be prepared for the pretest. The pretest will always open on Wednesdays and it closes on Fridays, and you have 2 attempts, which are averaged for the final score each week. As always, if you score high on the first pretest and you don't want to take the second pretest, you do not have to. The exam this week has 72 questions, which will open Friday at 12:01 Central Daylight Time and close on Monday at 11:59 Central Daylight Time. Keep in mind, Evolve is on Central Time and Brightspace is on Eastern Time. You will have 1 attempt and approximately 2 hours to complete the exam. If you have a documented special accommodation, please email me those specifics so I can implement those prior to the pretest and the exam. As always, I recommend scheduling 6 to 9 hours this week and allow yourself a quiet place with reliable internet access to take the exam. Friendly reminder, I am here to work with you toward successful completion and understanding of the content as you move through your educational process toward your goal of becoming a nurse. Feel free to contact me with any questions or concerns, and have a great week.